Yep. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm starting with a new concept of transformers and generators, that is three-phase transformer, which comes under model 1B. So three-phase transformer is nothing but should know why we want a three-phase transformer, and also what are the features of that three-phase transformers. So I think you guys already know about single phase transformer. It has two yokes, two limbs, shell type, core type. So whenever it comes to the three phase, the generation of electrical power, if you can see, it will be usually three phase, and it will be always having in higher voltages like 13.2 kilovolts, 22 kilovolts, 11 kilovolts, 33 kilovolts, and somehow 400 kilovolts lines also there. So to generate that amount of voltage, or else to transform that amount of voltage from lower to higher, means we need three phase transformers. And also, if you can consider transmission of electrical power, it is also usually having higher voltages like 110 kilovolts, 132 kilovolts, or else 400 kilovolts. For that also three phase transformers is required to step up the generated voltages for transmission purpose. And it is necessary to have three phase transformers, because if you are generating some if you are generating some 11 kilovolts, means to step up that 11 kilovolts into 33 or 66 for the transmission purpose, it is necessary. And also, if you can consider at the time of distribution, this three phase transformer is necessary to reduce the voltage level up to kilovolts into volts, that is from 6.6 kilovolts, or else to reduce it to the 440 volts three phase. And whatever the supply which we are getting in our home, that is 200 and 220 volts, or else 230 volts, for that also transformer that requires. So again, for which step down three phase transformers are usually using to stepping down the voltage from higher to lower to get supply to our home. So that we can conclude that three phase transformers proves to be economical in transmission and utilization of electrical energy. So if we can consider the advantages of three phase transformer, if you're having three phase transformers, so a three-phase transformer which occupies less space for same rating compared to the bank of three single-phase transformers. Space is less because three single transformers you have to place it to compare with one three-phase transformer that obviously took less weight, less space. Obviously, the weight is also less, so that the cost is also less compared to the three single bank, or else compared to the bank of three single phase transformers. And here only one unit which is required to be handled, which makes it easy for operation. Okay. And also you can see it can be transported easily. That is also advantages of three phase transformer. And the core will be of smaller size, and the material required for the core is less compared to the bank of three single phase transformer. And also single three phase unit which will be more efficient. And in case of three single phase units, if we can three single phase units is nothing but a bank of three single phase transformer. Totally it has six terminals. Okay, so which are required to brought out, while in case of one three phase unit, only three terminals are required to be brought out. That is nothing but, if you're having a bank of single phase units, it is having six terminals. If you're having one three phase unit, or else only three terminals which are required to be brought out in case of three phase single transformers. And if you can see overall bus bar structure, switch gear, and installation of single three phase unit is simple. And if you can see the construction of three phase transformer, again a core type of transformer, or else a core type construction. Here, three cores which are present. Each core is having one winding. That's nothing but each core is having one primary winding and one secondary winding. First, they will wound the primary winding along with the insulated sheet. Then they will place a sheet over that. They will wound the secondary winding. Whereas the primary winding, which will be always given to the supply side, and the secondary side, which will be given to the load side. So you can see which has three limbs, two yokes, and each limb has a primary and secondary winding which are arranged concentrically one over. And the core type of transformer usually wound with circular cylindrical coil, and a primary and a secondary winding of one phase are wound on one leg. Means first they will wound primary winding, then insulated sheet, then secondary winding in each leg, so that flux flows up each leg in turn and down other two legs in general, so that the magnetic circuits of different phases are in series and these are independent. Okay, so the transformer is having only two windings, each of which is containing two primary, two secondary windings. If you can see here, shell type of construction, and in case of shell type construction, the three phases are more independent than they are in a core type of three-phase transformer. This is because each phase has an individual magnetic circuit which is independent of each other. You can observe in a diagram, winding arrangement. So the principle of operation. So you are giving supply to the primary winding. The primary winding which produces primary carrying current will be produces with respect to the fluxes pi r, pi y, pi b in individual cores. Whenever the flux that will be produces, the common leg of the core, that is center leg, that forms carrying sum of all the three fluxes. After receiving all the three fluxes by at any instant in three-phase system, you can consider current flows through the each individual phase that will be equals to zero. That is nothing but a sum of three fluxes is also zero at any instant. Hence, the center leg does not carry any flux. So if center leg is removed, it hardly makes any difference in other conditions of the transformer. So if it is removed, any two legs provide the return path for the current and hence the flux in the third leg. So this is the general principle used in design of three-phase core type transformers. That is nothing but you're giving supply to the primary winding, primary current produces, flux produces, and at any instant the sum of all the three fluxes are zero. So if we can remove the central leg means it will find the return path for other fluxes. So bank of single phase transformers. The advantage of bank of single phase transformers are, so if you're having the bank of single phase transformers, it may be possible to have one transformer in bank with higher kVA rating than others so that unbalanced load can be supplied. If you're having a bank of single phase transformers, if any one of the transformer is having the higher kVA rating, so if it is having unbalanced load, that can be supplied with help of bank of single phase transformers. And also when one of the transformer is out of service in a bank of single phase transformer, in that case, the operation is also possible with the help of remaining two transformers using open delta connection, open delta connection at reduced capacity. And in a bank of three-phase single transformers, only one single-phase transformer is to be kept as a spare rather than to keep whole three-phase unit which is expensive. Thus, the requirement of standby is less in case of bank of single-phase transformers. Okay, and the last is it is more convenient to transport single-phase transformers than three-phase transformers. So these are the advantages of bank of single-phase transformers. You should remember. So the first advantage means Any one transformer can have a higher kVA rating, so it can be able to take unbalanced load. And also, if any one of the transformer is out of service, the other two transformers that will be using open delta connections at reduced capacity. And also, it is more convenient to transport. So these are the advantages. So if you like this video, please do subscribe and share maximum to your group. So next I will start with the types of connection, that is star star connection, star delta, delta delta, delta star, and open delta connection in the next video. Stay tuned. Have a nice day. Take care.